It's time!
All right, welcome back to the Reverse Mush podcast. Harry Mack here as always, my co-host Ross. We have a special guest joining us this week, Impa Kasanganay. Impa, how are you?
I'm great. Appreciate y'all having me on. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. Just living the life, working, coming back, getting to talk to fighters like yourself. It's something I didn't picture was going to be happening long ago. And look, we're here. You're probably in a similar boat. You didn't know where you were going to be a couple months ago, and look where you're at. So we'll talk about it. We'll have a good time, and happy to be doing it. Appreciate your time.
I'm blessed to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, I guess first and foremost, I wanted to get into your background a little bit. So, I saw you played college football at I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Lenoir-Rhyne?
Yep, Lenoir-Rhyne, man, here in Hickory, North Carolina. I finished my school there. I mean, I kind of bounced around different colleges. Went to Western Carolina. My freshman year of college, went to junior college in New York City called ASA. No, so this is really bad. I don't even remember the name, like what it stood for, because I didn't like the place at all. But but it definitely was a blessing to be there. It's just funny. I don't remember like what it stands for. But the Lenoir-Rhyne is where I finished. That place has my heart. So one of the best places, man. That's where I started fighting when I was my senior year of college. Started all my martial arts training when I was there, and blessed to be doing this now.
I love that, man. So, I mean, between you got Eric Anders. There's another notable bad person who played football, but it seems like football players might be taking over the UFC right now. Do you think the skill set translates, or is there some sort of connection there?
I think so. I mean, football players, in a way, you kind of learn. So it's funny because when I've met wrestlers now, and I'm like, okay, maybe they translate better. But being a football player, you guys realize, like, you got to show up every day, especially you had great coaches. I think it was like the coaches that I had and the teammates that I had that made an impact on my life, because you learn that the skill set you have, I think, not you're willing to run into a fire, you're willing to take somebody down, you're willing to just get in there and mix it up, and it kind of gives you that mindset just to get there and get scrappy and get dirty. And like I think that really translates well to MMA, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I played linebacker, so hitting people. I think Dominic Reyes played like safety or linebacker too. So, he's fighting for the title. So I guess there is definitely like the skill set translate, but more so I think like that team atmosphere. Like you realize like in football, you work so much time to play a short game, really. And fighting, it's kind of like I look at it that way. Like you put a lot of time in your training, and you got to show up every single day. That was a big thing. And then by the time like the game runs around and the fight comes around, you're prepared and you're ready. Football season, I felt the off season is always so much longer than the regular season, right? Everything we need to do. And I think if you can understand that, then you can do pretty well in fighting, because waiting 3 or 4 months, staying disciplined, showing up every day to training, being active, working on a new skill set, then you learn that in football, like you do everything you can to get better in the off season. And rather than like, I think some people who strictly go into fighting, they can take time off and only train for a little bit. And I think that's what definitely translated for me.
That's interesting. And what I got to ask you, what feels better? Lighting someone up on the football field or landing a nice takedown?
Ooh. Okay. In between those two, everything about fighting is amazing, especially compared to football, because I love fighting. But, man, when you light somebody up on the field, though, when you lay somebody out, you're just like, oh, you feel like you still feel it right now. I feel that jolt thing about it. There's nothing like just, like, running through somebody when they see you coming, when they don't see you coming, like just
lay that hit stick.
Yeah, pretty
exactly.
much. There's nothing like that, so I definitely feel it for sure.
But no, I could definitely see how the two would carry over, and especially like you said, even you played linebacker, so maybe some of your stylistic wrestling background can come from knowing how to tackle someone in the open field. So I definitely could see, and like the other things you said, just the work ethic that goes into it, and that whole aspect of it makes sense. It's interesting.
Yeah, I guess you always get in fights in football practice, so it kind of translates.
There you go. Yeah, a little scrap. But, yeah, I mean, especially, you were put in a pretty unique situation this past year. You had 3 fights get canceled. So I can definitely see how that stay ready mindset becomes really important at that point. Because, I mean, and, from on top of that, from everything that I read, on the regional circuits, it was difficult for you to get a fight because nobody wanted to fight you.
Yeah, man. Total fight count since the Contender Series last year was 6 fights, man. 6 fights dropped. Like, total, we're talking about it, or if a show dropped, or a contract is the guy didn't sign it or fell through. ended up getting sick one time. Like, it was like fight after fight after fight. Literally the day before the fight, it was just thing. But man, like, I love training, and I see so many different situations. Like, I'm literally always prepared to fight. Like, today I can make weight. I can make weight tomorrow. Morning if I had to cut weight tonight. I don't know, man. I love the training. Like, now I get to do it full time, and it's my job, and it's my career. Like, I mean, it always kind of has been, especially on the regional circuit. That's when I really like kind of let everything go. But now being in the UFC, I know this is all I get to do. So I get to wake up in the morning, go hit the bag. Like, the love for it has only grown. The love for what I get to do. So staying ready, man. It's a product of doing what I love.
It's very apparent. I mean, even on social media, it's very clear. You're willing to go with basically anyone who wants it and whenever they want to do it. So you could tell that having that mentality and having that head on your shoulders, it's going to take you a long way. Especially, I mean, we can go back here a little bit just to your Contender Series fight. I mean, you came in, beautiful performance, you got the contract, and then on short return, I guess you could say, maybe not short notice, but you got right in there for your UFC debut and were able to take care of business in there as well.
I appreciate it, man. It was a lot of fun. It's like,
and that fight got canceled once too.
Yeah, that's also true.
It did. I was like, gosh, it didn't. I was laughing so hard. I was like, man, all right. And then they told me I had to wait. I was like, literally, so I guess since I fought naturally, they gave me a medical suspension. And I'm like, well, I'm fine. Like, well, we're going to do it anyway. I was like, all right, whatever. And it got moved 1 week. It's like, all right, it's good. It's not that far away. I don't know, man. I love it. I really do, man. I love it. I love it.
So do you know when you're going to be back in the octagon yet?
We're working on it, bro. My agent Lou said I should be getting fight news soon. We had an offer for October 3rd on Fight Island, but I had to get moved. So I was waiting for my passport to come in, but I just got it. So it was like literally missed about a couple hours. I'm like, but I believe I'll get on there. I think I'll be on Fight Island soon, hopefully. I'm willing to fight anybody. I was trying to fight, what's his name? Marcus Perez. His fight dropped, and they said they got him somebody. So they said we're first in line, man. So anybody who wants to fight, like Chimaev, what's his name?
So you're talking to Vittori.
Vittori, yeah, I think it seems like he just got a fight. People keep asking me. Maybe I didn't get the call yet or something, but it seems like he got a fight. So I'm hoping I get a fight too.
I think you'll be in there shortly.
Appreciate it, man. I'm hoping so. Working on it. We're staying right. We're ready to go, man. Got some great training partners. I've been training with Chris Weidman a bunch recently. So that's been pretty cool. He's awesome, man. And so when you get partners like that, like a UFC Hall of Famer. Tomorrow we have John Salter, Chris Honeycutt, Weidman, Joe Selecki, Ricky Rainey, a few other guys, and who are coming up, man. It's gonna be a fun room. So I'm ready to get after it, man. It's a blessing to do what I love. So with these guys and working with Brian and Scott for the last two fights, Holtzman and Barberina, it's like let's fight whoever. So.
Love that. I feel a lot of fighters basically have, the gist of what they tell us is that they're no greater than the sum of their parts in training, and that, you can only be as good as guys are willing to push you. So you got to train with the best to beat the best.
Yeah, man. I think it's too. It's like, there's a point in your training where you start getting after people. And I think there's something true to that, the people who you surround yourself with anything in life, you guys chose to do your podcast together because you feed off one another. And help each other get better and, stay accountable and keep everything going. Same with your training partners, too. And then you also got to realize, you are your own training partner. You are your toughest coach. And, if you don't have people there, if you have a consistent partner, regardless, you got to be ready. So I think even with that, you still have to make sure the only way you're going to get better is not to only rely on people, but to be super honest with yourself. That's kind of something I've been learning. Sometimes you just got to be so honest. Because, a lot of guys, like Brian and Scott, I'll see them when they come in time for fights, and Brian will be here next week, which I'm excited about. But it's some guys you won't see for a little while, so you definitely have to check yourself and be super critical. And I have some great training partners, like my cornerman Diego, who also trains me. He's a smaller guy, but helps me out a lot. And then Coach, he'll definitely remind me of what I need to work on, but also very complimentary, and I mean that in the best way possible, because that's kind of the people you need. You don't want a bunch of yes men. I think a lot of these fighters,
exactly.
They get people who are oh, yeah, you're doing great, you're doing this. But it's what am I doing wrong? What am I feeling? Where am I messing up? Right. It's easy to go over strong. But
tell me what I can do better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to say it, And it's you appreciate people like that because they'll tell you like it is. So like, oh yeah, because everybody sees you fight and they get the victory. Some people just don't understand, but people who really understand the different dimensions of fighting and martial arts, like those are the people we want to be around for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I guess Ross touched on it earlier, but he was talking about you're very active on social media, and I guess personally for me, it's super refreshing to see a fighter who's so willing to engage with fans and interact with people online. So is that something that you've kind of put an emphasis on, or you think that's just kind of your personality? You're just kind of outgoing.
Both for sure. Like, so I love talking to people. I'll talk to people all day. Like, I'll just talk to a random person. No, it's kind of,
That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So when I lived in New York, I was like, oh, sorry. There you go. When I lived in New York, I would just talk to people on the subway, and they're like, "What is wrong with this guy? He's from the South for sure." But also too, man,
I'm from New York, and if someone talks to me on the subway, my eyes hit the ground. I don't talk to anybody on the subway unless I'm directly addressed. Somebody's like, "Hey,
is a tough
you."
scene.
I'm not trying to, I'm mind my own business. That's all I'm trying to do on the subway.
I don't blame you, man. There's so many people in New York sort of like who like you have crazy people sometimes. You're just like, what in the world?
Yeah, I'm from here, so I'm just trying to get from A to B.
Where in New York are you from?
I'm from Long Island, but when there's not a pandemic going on, I work in the city downtown.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that's funny to see. Like for me, it's like I don't know my southern stuff. Like, hey y'all, how you doing? They're like, what in the world is wrong with this?
People will look at you funny. Yeah, exactly.
They're like, yeah, like what is wrong? I mean, I'd be like yelled at and stuff. But
yeah, they're just not friendly there.
Yeah, people from New York are not really about that. I'm
from Philly. We're not much better, but
I went to college in Indiana, and I was like blown away by just how like nice everybody is. Just how the first time I visited Indiana, I remember I was with my mother and some guy we were waiting for the bus, and some guy at the bus stop just stood up and offered her his seat on the bench, and we were both just like, well, that's just not a thing that happens in New York. Like, what's going on here?
That's funny.
Hey, Southern hospitality is certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing wrong with that.
Man. Oh no, it's just like something I've always kind of been. Like I was a kid, like in class, I get in trouble for talking. I even in the gym, like I'm always talking junk to my teammates, always having fun with them. Like it's always fun to me. Like I don't know, my mouth is running. I'm like I know, and it's just like I don't know, man. Like with fans and supporters, it's funny to say, not like funny. Like, I guess you expect like great things to happen when you put the work in and you start getting success and starts building for sure, right? But it's like you appreciate the people who support you doing that. Because, like, I mean, there's a time nobody wouldn't even want to talk to me. Like, who are you? So I'm like, shoot, y'all want to talk? Let's talk. And then, I don't have, like, a lot of responsibilities, really, besides to show up and train. So it's like, why not engage with people? The reason I'm doing a Twitch is because, like, people get asking me about it. And I was like, I don't even know I heard of it, but I really don't know what it is, like, to say anything. And then this guy at our gym, he does a lot of Twitch streaming. And I was like, he said, I think I heard him doing that. I was like, well, maybe I'd like to engage with my support fans. And, like, I want to be their fans, too. It's like you never know, like, who you're going to meet. Maybe some guy's going to be a fighter, could be a training partner. Maybe just a cool person who's having a bad day. Like, I feel like as an athlete, some athletes do a great job using their platforms, and other ones, like, aren't doing the best with it. It's just, to me, it's like, for me, how cool it is that you get to interact with people. Even over this pandemic, because I don't get to see y'all. Like, for me, it's like my UFC debut, there were no fans, really.
Right.
And like for me, it's like the one way I can interact with people is by talking to them on social media or getting on a streaming system and playing games with them. That's what people like, man. It's like I appreciate them willing to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars for a ticket or so much money for a pay-per-view or buy a system that that allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. And like I think the least I could do is like, hey, let me connect with y'all. So I don't know.
Well, like Harry said, I think that's a super refreshing thing to hear because you don't see a ton of it. And I think every fan, and I know the two of us, definitely appreciate it. So,
oh, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
But yeah,
and
speaking – oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Harry.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of Twitch, we were going back and forth on Twitter about our little Twitch stream we run every Saturday for the fights. And you have an open invite anytime you'd like.
Oh, man, I appreciate you. Just let me know for sure. I mean, I'm always like watching the fights. Like I think I watch almost every fight, really. And I'm like, it's funny. I'm a fighter, but I'm a fight fan too. So
yeah,
I'm like, oh, like just like screaming at the top of my lungs. Like my family's like, don't you do this? I'm like, yeah, but did you see that? Did you see that?
That doesn't make it any less cool.
Yeah, that's like, we basically hop on there, watch the fights, react, give people. Yeah. We're betting guys, so we like to give out some picks for the fights and. whether we win or lose, we definitely always have a reaction.
Yeah,
So
we do some trivia, some MMA trivia. The chat plays along. It's good fun for sure.
That's cool. Heck yeah, man. I'd love to do that. I mean, I've never done it before, but I'm always down. I think it's cool to have stuff like that. I mean, it's something that's just so creative to me. And I really like that system. So it'd be fun to do, man.
Yeah,
Be a lot of
no,
fun.
it's a cool platform, and anything we can do to help you out, just say the word for sure.
Thank you, guys. It means a lot
And
for real.
I also hope to see you with doing Sunday golf with our pals Squiffy and Sexual Jumanji.
What is Sunday? I asked about Sunday golf, and I was like, what is this?
So every Sunday, our pal Squiffy, they do. Have you seen the PGA 2K21 video game? There's a golf video game now.
No way.
Yeah, there's a golf video game. So every Sunday they get together on stream. They do 18 holes and chat watches along and plays. It's fun. It's
bro,
a funny thing.
I'm
But
in.
yeah, no.
I am in.
Yeah, they're like they stream like almost every day. The two of them, they're way better
Really?
at it than the two of us are. Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'll do that for sure. I gotta find them back on Twitter. I was like, what is that? Because then unless I missed the tweet, but like Sunday golf, like is it like really golf where it's like a party? Is this like a nickname for something? But shit, I'd do that for sure.
Sunday virtual golf.
Yeah,
Heck
exactly.
yeah, I'm gonna try to find a club and everything. I'll get the whole outfit.
Love it. I love it. You got to go all out. Yeah,
Hey.
when we do the streams, I wear a suit jacket. Everyone's got to have a bit.
There you go. I'm gonna get the little golf hat, the caddy. I'm gonna have my
get a caddy.
Hey, give me the.
Yeah.
What am I using here?
He's got to be whispering in your ear. Yeah, whispering in your ear, telling you your distance, what club. Yeah, I don't know, Impa. The wind's a little heavy that way. Maybe a head up.
Put my finger in the wind, like, oh, yep, I feel it.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
But no, I mean, obviously, we're talking about all this virtual things we could do together because of the craziness going on in the world. And like you said, your UFC debut was during a pandemic, which I guess no one, when they're picturing their debut and what's going to happen, I guess they don't imagine it with no fans there. I mean, what was that whole thing like for you? Was training any different? Did any of that play a factor for you?
I guess, I guess the only thing that was different about training was that we didn't have, because of the pandemic, we had to have quarantine sessions. So it was like, but I had great partners, like Brian Barberina, Scott Holtzman, right? And then, John Salter, guys like that.
That'll help.
Yeah, so it's like.
Worst guys to quarantine with.
Yeah, so they're great. And then, some other guys like Salter and Honeycutt. And okay, so it was solid. They were solid sessions, man. But for me, like, the Apex is like home, really. Kalen Hill, Anthony Adams, and Maki. Like, it's been quarantined pretty much, even with the amount of fans we had the first time on the Contender Series. It still didn't have a bunch of people there. So for me, it's like, oh, whatever. I mean, of course, like, I guess kind of I envisioned my UFC debut being maybe on a North Carolina card or something like that. But man, I don't know. It's like the fans, like the coolest part of it is like when you walk out and you see all the fans. Like in the octagon, right. I'm like, I am zoned in. Like I don't even like. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's like anything else going on, I wouldn't even hear it. Like people could be out there fighting, I wouldn't even know. But when I get out and like after Contender Series, I bumped into some people who said they watched the fight, and that was cool.
We definitely tuned in, man. It was awesome to watch.
I appreciate it, man.
Great fight.
Thank you so much, man. I enjoyed it a lot. It's fun preparing for it. It's fun being in it. It was fun claiming victory. It was awesome getting a contract and a fight that same night. But yeah, for me, man, like I'm even more excited too because it'll be my fan debut, really. Like that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I'm looking at it that way, not just like my UFC debut, my debut with the fans. So, I'm stoked for sure.
Definitely. If nothing else, it'll be kind of cool to debut as, who knows? By the time we got fans back, you might have a number next to your name.
Hey,
you're certainly going to be. You're going to be known. You're going to be on the map. You're already on the map.
Absolutely.
So that'll be kind of cool. At least maybe you'll get that main card debut. Who knows?
Hey man, I hope so. I mean, hey, we were one fight. We were the. It was really cool. It was a big blessing to be on the fight right before the main card. Mm-hmm. And they put it on ESPN and ESPN Plus, which I thought was even better than being on the main card that night. Because, I mean, not everybody has
double
ESPN
viewership,
Plus,
maybe.
For sure. Like some people are like, oh, I'm watching on here. And they said people might have been scrolling through and see ESPN like, oh, let's watch this guy.
Yeah, you were the main event for a lot of people.
Yeah, which is
right.
Some people don't have ESPN Plus. So that was like a real blessing. I mean, I think the UFC maybe, they strategically did that, or they're not dumb. So it's really, really cool for my debut. to fight a guy like Maki, who's a tough guy, I was happy about. Man, so like, yeah, probably, man, I'm praying that I have a number next to my name and be closer to fighting, getting that title. Super excited about the fights this weekend. It's like a perfect time. And I keep getting tagged to fight Chimaev. So, like, guys that are, like, doing things. So it's like, it's cool to have that respect early in your career. But I don't want to just rest on that. Like, I want to be that much more of a skilled fighter every day. And, when there are fans, when we're all allowed to hug each other again, fist bump, high five, or whatever they're going to do when we get back to it, like, I'm real excited about it, man, because it's going to be like, at least I can talk to people like, oh, how did it feel doing this? Like, how are you? How was it being at home all the time? Like, it's gonna be it's really cool for me. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am.
That's awesome, man. Love to hear it.
Appreciate it.
And like you said, people are tagging you for that Kamea fight. I mean, if you got the call, you take it.
I would take it yesterday. I'll take it today.
Love it. Love it.
My cousin and I were just talking about it. I'm like, I love the fight. I mean, like, it doesn't matter to me who we fight. I'll fight anybody middleweight and up. And, like, it just, if you fight about middleweight, light heavyweight, I don't care. Like, I'm ready to fight and claim victory. It's like, for me, it's like, guys like Chimaev, man, they come to fight. He's doing well. I want him to be undefeated until we fight. And then it's like the guys you respect him. He's coming to fight. And that's why we're here. So I love it.
I think we would all love to see it.
Definitely. I wish we learned a little bit more about him this past weekend. Ross and I were arguing about this today. That was a crazy finish over
it was beautiful.
He starched him. He absolutely starched him, but I wanted to see if he could roll with a jiu-jitsu black belt. You know what I mean? I wanted to see what he could do with a guy with Gerald's experience on his back.
For sure, yeah.
I get that, but it was just a clean straight right that.
For sure. Can't take that away.
Lights out.
Yeah, man, he melted him. I was like, man, good job. So I love that. I loved that. I was watching the fight. All right, let's go. Let's fight. Man, I was hoping so, but we'll see. They're telling me, like, I was asking for it. They said they probably have him fight a few more fights and probably put him in a contention for the welterweight title. But also, maybe when we fight, it'd probably be like 4 or 5, 3 to 4 more fights, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 more fights. So hoping we'll fight soon, maybe before that. Whatever they say, I'll go defeated. But I was like, man, I don't know. I don't even know how old he is. Is he older? Is he younger? I don't know. But
I think he's fairly young.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So,
I think so. Your time will come. Whether it's in 2 months or 2 years, you'll get your chance against him if he's still around. Because we know you will be.
I don't focus on the fighter. I want somebody who comes to fight. I could really care less if it's Chimaev. I like it. I mean, I'm like, we'll fight, but somebody signs a contract, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice to be the guy to put that, just put the brakes on that hype train.
Yeah. Hey, man, we're gonna do it. I don't really care when or how. It could be last weekend, it could be next weekend, it could be tomorrow. I mean, they could fly me out to Abu Dhabi tonight. I'll be there, ready to fight. So that's all I know.
That's the mentality.
Yeah. So it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be in the UFC and, like, looking forward to claiming this next victory, Chimaev or whoever it is. So.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Impa, we won't take up too much more of your time. We won't hold you here. Is there anything you want to make sure we get to before we let you go?
Shoot, man. I mean, I'm just chilling. Like, whatever is best for you guys. I mean, I'm enjoying this, man. Y'all are some cool dudes, man. So I appreciate you having me on your show. It's a big honor. Thanks again for adjusting. I really apologize.
Nah, no problem.
No problem at all.
Like, seriously, I was not expecting to be like, man, I saw them and I got so excited. I was like, I gotta go see them. They're really sweet people. But
we appreciate it.
Yeah, so it was a great time, man. A great time. I'm just driving back home. I got about 17 minutes to get home. So
all right, not too bad. And then if you're in, we'll resume this on Saturday night. Watch some fights and
heck yeah,
and get it going on Twitch.
For sure, yeah. Just let me know. We'll do it on Twitch. Just let me know for Saturday.
All right, absolutely. But we appreciate it again, everyone. That's following. Make sure you give him a follow on all of his social media. Harry, if you haven't pulled up, we'll throw out. We could throw it out on the outro also, but we'll make sure to throw your social medias in there. And
we'll make sure we give you a good clean plug.
And we'll be pulling for you. We'll be pulling for you big time.
Thanks again. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. Thanks so much. Be good.
You too. God bless. Bye.
All right. Before we kick it back over to me and Ross, I just want to give a little shout out to our friends at PointsBet. If you're in Indiana, New Jersey, or Iowa, PointsBet is the only place to bet because it's simply the best. And if you go to pointsbet.com and use promo code BACH, that's BACH, BACH, you can get a tiered deposit bonus up to $250. That's right. Deposit $50, bet with $150, and a $25 free play for your troubles. So what are you waiting for? Go to pointsbet.com and use promo code BACH now for the best online sportsbook experience you've ever had. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 plus. Offer only valid in New Jersey and Iowa. Please bet responsibly. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right,
Knew I was missing
we're back.
something.
That was great fun. Big thank you to Impa for coming out, hanging out with us. Hopefully he'll be on stream with us tomorrow. And hopefully he'll be doing Sunday golf soon. You love to see it. You love to see a guy who's just like genuinely a super nice dude.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like you said, just genuinely a nice dude. I said to you after, I'm like, at times it's like hard to even like ask tough questions because he's just so goddamn nice. But awesome interview. Just a great person to talk to and be able to pull for even harder now, to be honest. Up and coming,
Absolutely.
and we talked about Hamzat a lot. Help me out here. I'm like having a brain fart. Kamayev. Yeah, you just couldn't say it. This is what happens when we do this shit late.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock, dude.
Dude, that's late these days.
I feel you.
But no, I mean, he's like an under the radar, up and coming guy, and because of all the hype Kimayev's getting, we're not as many people are talking about him, but he's gonna come up and he's gonna win a lot of fights, and he wants to fight quick. So,
absolutely, killer's mindset. That's what you need. That's absolutely what you need. But we got some fun coming up this weekend for sure. Awesome cards coming up. UFC is going back to Fight Island. Box to Abu Dhabi. I don't know if you saw the videos of the hotel, but they looked fucking awesome. I saw like Angie's room. I saw Dana's room. I saw somebody else's room. I think Diego's room. He's been doing some weird posts from his bathroom. Diego Sanchez, I know he isn't irony poisoned like I am and like you are, but like he might be. You know what I mean? He might just be a master level poster.
I can't tell at this point. I think he's just in it. Like he's in whatever that thing he's doing is. He's actually that character.
He's Diego.
But now
I'm like, he also has MMA's Alex Guerrero in his corner.
And what was it? A couple fights ago when he came in with what was it? Like a magician or some shit in his corner.
Not a magician.
I know.
He was he's like a holistic healer guy. Like holy medicine and
some voodoo.
He's a bush doctor. He's a bush doctor.
Whatever it was wild.
But Diego's awesome.
No, absolutely.
Diego's a huge dog this weekend. Huge dog.
What's his line at right now?
I think I looked earlier. I want to say it was plus 350. Let's take a look right now. So we have an up to date line for the people. Can't leave the people wondering at home.
It's fighting Jake Matthews. I don't know. It's gonna be a fun fight, honestly.
Yeah, it feels a little disrespectful.
But this card overall
plus 475. Matthews minus 750.
That's absurd.
You gotta take Diego.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta.
And other fun fights. There's a couple. The prelims, I don't think they're gonna disappoint at all. I mean, William Knight, that should be a fun fight. I'm not sure if he'll win, but
yeah, he's the dog. Tamer's favored.
Yeah, he's a slight dog. I think like 140 or 145.
Yeah, 135 right now.
But yeah, if you're looking for value, I guess that's the play there. I don't know.
Definitely.
Fun fights.
Brad Riddell's a big favorite, but I don't know. He might be the parlay piece out of these big favorites. I'd say he's probably the one I'm most confident in.
Yeah, out of these prelims, I'd probably agree. But like Diego's going to be a fun bet, I think.
Definitely. Also, Brandon Royval, who his debut in the octagon, if anyone remembers, he won in convincing fashion and then got on the mic and said, you know what, Dana, I would really like that performance bonus so I don't have to go to my day job tomorrow. And instantly endeared himself to myself, and many instantly endeared himself to myself and many others. So I'm all in on Brandon Royval. I'm riding the Brandon Royval train.
I think I'm gonna take it with you. The value's there.
The dogs
like,
didn't bark
I
last
don't-
weekend, so they have to bark this weekend. That's how it works.
I've been trying that for a while now.
I think we've all been trying that for a few years now. But
I've just
eventually
been-
the dogs will bark.
They gotta wake up
The
at
dogs
some
have
point.
to bark. I don't, the Jan line is crazy to me.
I
Plus
can't wait for that.
230 right now.
That
Plus
I am
230.
all fucking over.
Minus 300 on Stinky Dom Reyes.
I said earlier, I texted you this, but like, if Jan comes out and wins and like finishes again, even if he doesn't finish, but I think if he wins, it's gonna be a finish. I think he's gonna be one of my top 3 favorite fighters. There's something about him, dude. He's like a silent killer. He just has hands or fucking. It's the Polish power, but I don't know. He's just fun to root for,
Definitely.
and he keeps winning at plus money. So.
Yeah, he keeps winning as a plus money underdog. That doesn't hurt. All these inside the distance
I don't get it's
plus
like
money finishes.
It's similar to that. Remember that run like Cowboy? It was like 4 or 5 fights in a row where he was coming in at plus money and he just kept winning. And
yeah,
it was
but
like
even those in all of those fights, I feel like he was like plus 130, plus 150.
it wasn't as hefty.
He wasn't getting disrespected this way.
I don't get it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be a fun fucking card. Izzy Costa, I still haven't fully
I
made a
am
decision.
so torn on this.
I'm
fight,
so
dude.
torn. I think my brain is telling me Izzy. My brain is telling me that Izzy manages distance, fights behind his technical striking, is able to keep Costa from getting inside with his power, and is able to just kind of piece him up. I don't know if he's able to finish. I don't know if he's able to finish Paolo, and I don't think Paolo is going to have the gas tank that Izzy has. So if it goes into the championship rounds, I think that's going to be a problem. But I don't know, because Costa has power definitely unlike, I would say unlike anything Izzy's faced so far.
I know I'm gonna piss off our friend Andy when I say this right now, but if I had to, like, if someone said, "Yeah, the fight's starting in 5 minutes," you got to bet right now.
I have my hatchet, Ross, and I'm holding it to your throat.
I would
I have it up above my head, and I'm ready to swing the hatchet.
If I had to bet the fight in 5 minutes, I'd be taking Costa, but I don't know if that's what's going to be happening in 2 days, or I guess tomorrow when this comes out. My brain, like you said, says Izzy, but like my gut,
Your heart says the underdog.
dude. It's not even the like. Well, first off, the line does say something. I think like
it's 185 and plus 150 right now.
Yeah, plus 150. Like he's getting respected.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
And I just don't know. I don't know if Izzy is like. I don't know. I think he's gonna lose. Like at some point, maybe it's not this fight, but I don't think he's gonna be the type of guy that keeps winning. So I think at some point that run's gonna stop, and I think there's a chance it's this weekend. I don't know, dude. I really don't know.
Well,
But
we reserve the right to change our minds, so you'll have to tune into our Saturday stream that hopefully Impa will be joining us for at twitch.tv/bookies basement. That's where you'll go to get our final answer.
Yeah, stay tuned. It's a big one because you should probably fade it.
Well, if we take either different opposite sides, someone has to win.
Yeah, you want to just like agree on that now?
No, absolutely.
I'm out on that also.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Fuck your decision.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna let you influence my choice. Heavens no.
Yeah. Also, like, just while we're talking about these fights, a lot of people are like screaming over 2.5 and Reyes, Jan, and I don't like the over, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't scream reverse brain over to me. It doesn't.
I think the thing it's a 5-round fight, right? Before
it's a championship fight.
So I mean, I guess that's why everyone's thinking.
You gave me pause for a second, huh?
Yeah, I made myself hesitate, but I don't know. I think that's why, because everyone I'm seeing that's capping UFC is saying, "Oh, over." I think the under hits. I think Jan's gonna finish him like early. I don't think people can handle this dude's hands. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, Deep Waters is definitely going to favor Dom in this fight. He's got the experience there for sure. But we haven't seen Jan go 5 rounds yet, so who knows?
I just don't think we're going to. I think it's going to be the same shit as the last time and the time before, where he comes out and we're just like,
I hope
Wow,
so.
that happened again.
That was pretty cool. That was fun.
Yeah, I really that's
I don't
that's
know
how
if
I
Luke
see that
Rockhold
one.
has woken up yet.
His chin's just.
I mean,
That was
Jan
glass shattering.
knocked Corey Anderson into Bellator.
Literally, like
He knocks
actually,
it into Bellator.
but how is he? I still don't understand how Corey Anderson was favored.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I got a lot of questions
Corey
for that
Anderson was
linemaker.
coming. He was coming off the Johnny Walker win, wasn't he?
Yeah. Johnny
Yeah.
Walker, fucking bum. Nice one though.
That was a good win last week. But all right, we won't hold everyone much longer. Thank everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Twitter, follow us at Harry__Mac, at Ross_Bullet, at Bookie's Basement. You got anything else to say, Ross?
Not really. Real quick, let me pull up Impa's Twitter so we can at least throw that in.
Oh, smart
Do you
man.
have it up?
Smart man. No,
I'll
I don't
pull
have it up.
I got it.
I believe in you. You
Just,
can do it.
bear with me, people.
You can do it.
At King Impa.
King Impa.
So
Short
make sure
and
you throw
sweet.
him a follow as well. He's very interactive. If you have any questions for him, make sure you tune in Saturday. We're gonna have a time. Watch some fights. Talk to a UFC fighter. What better analysis can you get
Absolutely.
on Twitch than watching the fights with the fighter?
Facts. Doesn't get much better than that.
Riddle me that. All right. I think
Riddle
that's all I got. Also, War Yan.
Warrior on. Have a good weekend, everybody. Be good.